Hello Sagittarius, and welcome to my channel Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus placements looking at your recent past, current energy, and immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? Please remember that these are general readings and they are not here to resonate fully for everyone, and they won't resonate fully for everyone. So do please remember to take what does resonate and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading or coaching session with me is in the description box below. As you can see, I haven't pulled any cards yet. So for this round of readings, I'm just pulling all of the cards in real time. So let's start, Sagittarius, with looking at your recent past. Let's see what you have been dealing with and what you need to know about it. Past for Sagittarius. The end of a tough cycle approaches. You are not the first sign that has gotten that for the recent past, and then you have luck is on your side here. And then underneath that, the answers you need are coming. So this has definitely been a difficult period for you. I feel like for some of you, you're coming out of it. For others, this might be something that you're still navigating. I feel like this cycle has, I don't want to say changed you necessarily, because I don't want to say that like it's had like it's changed you in a negative way, but I do feel like you're coming out of this a different person. Now, the reason that I feel that way is because then you have this confidence is your key to success. This luck is on your side. It's almost as if there's some sort of transformation that I feel like you've undergone because of this cycle, and that has brought you like on the other side of that transformation is better things. It's like undergoing this for positive changes to lead to positive changes in a way. However, it probably doesn't feel all that awesome. So let's get what you're dealing with here with your current energy. Current energy for Sagittarius. I just feel like things have been tough recently, just a kind of across the board for the collectives that I've been reading for. In your current energy, you have believe in the impossible. Right now, I feel like, oh, and then don't let pride get in your way. Oh yeah, that's important. And then communication is key. Okay. I feel like right now, a resolution to this cycle or to this situation maybe seems really impossible. Like getting to a place maybe where you're at peace or where you've healed or where you feel okay, I feel seems impossible right now. But what this believe in the impossible card, I feel like this is the universe's way of saying believe that things can work out for the better here. Like try and believe that things are going to be okay in the end, even if right now it absolutely doesn't feel like it. I feel like, especially with this communication is key card, maybe definitely some throat chakra stuff going on here. So, speaking your truth, standing tall in your authenticity, and knowing that, you are deserving of good things. You deserve things to work out well for you, even if it feels like that is just absolutely out of the question based on what your circumstances currently look like. What does Sagittarius need to know about their future energy here? Immediate future for Sagittarius. Be bold and make the first move, and you bring love into the situation. Be bold and make the first move. It's almost as if you hold the key here to a positive outcome, but the way to the best possible outcome is through love. Now, not just love of other people, but like love of yourself too. Like what would your bravest, strongest, most capable, loving version of yourself do in the situation? And I feel like if you move forward coming from that place, I think that things are going to work out better than you expect. What reading does this feel similar to? I had kind of like I think it was maybe Taurus. maybe not though. So maybe if you're dealing with a Taurus or if you have Taurus in your chart, that might be a reading for you. But I definitely feel like this is you coming to the end of some sort of pretty tough. It's like you're navigating something pretty tough and trying to feel your way through it. And I feel like you're going to come out like on the good side of things. Like I feel like things are going to be good in the end. But that's just the overall oracle card. So let's dive in here a little bit deeper. You have the end of a tough cycle approaches. What does Sagittarius need to know about this energy? Oh. High Priestess in reverse. I feel like as you're been navigating this, it's been really hard for, yeah, because there you are. Oh, Sagittarius, oh my goodness. Okay, Queen of Wands with the Ten of Swords. Whether you're male or female, I feel like this is you showing up in your own reading, and I feel like this has just been an incredibly painful situation for you. Now, I feel like, you know, sometimes when we're in the thick of it, like just when we're in the thick of something very painful or something very dark, it's really, really hard for us to hear our spiritual guidance or to feel connected to love or to something bigger than us. And I feel like this is kind of this reminder that even through like what you've been going through, like you do have spiritual support, you have a divine team that's behind you. It's just, I feel like it's been difficult to connect to that side of you because, you know, especially when we're going through really hard things, it's hard to believe the universe has your back, right? It's hard to believe that things are always working out for the best, especially when it's hurting so bad. But I feel like on the other side of this cycle, because like I said, you know, in the very beginning when I pulled this card, I was like, I feel like this is changing you in some ways, but like for the better so that you can step into a better reality. You know, sometimes the most painful situations that we go through, the purpose of them is really to crack us open so that we can allow more light and love and goodness to come into our life. It's just sometimes the hurt has to come before things get good. And I know that that can sound like, I don't know, I think it can be easy to be like, everything happens for a reason, you know, when you look back and you see the reason, but when you're in the middle of it, it doesn't always feel that way. And I'm not saying you should, you know, you need to feel that way or anything like that, but sometimes, you know, seeing things through that lens can certainly help. In your current energy, you have believe in the impossible. Current energy for Sagittarius, please. The Lovers in reverse. I feel like you're struggling a lot with your own like sense of feeling deserving. That's why I kept feeling I said something like you're a good person, like you deserve things to work out for you. I feel like that's what you're really needing to tap into here. It's almost like there's this feeling of unworthiness that's being brought to the surface through what you're going through. I've really learned that our faith in things working out in our favor and our belief that we're deserving of things being good or things working out in our favor are often very connected. Now, when I talk about things working out for you in your favor, it doesn't necessarily mean things working out exactly like you think that they need to, but ultimately things working out for our highest good in some way, shape, or form. So I tend to recognize in my own life that I have a lot more anxiety about what's going on or about some sort of an outcome when I'm struggling with feeling deserving of the things that I desire or the outcome that I deserve. So right now I feel like there might be people or situations that you're going through that are kind of making you maybe like doubt your self-worth or doubt whether or not like you're good enough or whether or not you're deserving of good things or whatever the case is. And it's really important, especially with the Ace of Swords here, to really cut through that and make sure that you're seeing things that regardless of how you feel, that's not the way that you act. You know, I think that when we're going through the dark, it leaves a lot of room for a lot of feelings, a lot of emotion, a lot of thoughts, and we can't believe everything we think and feel. We have to be able to consciously decide, no, I know I'm deserving. I'm going to act from that place, and that's going to create better. But yeah, I don't know, like with this believe in the impossible, I feel like this just feels like it's impossible for you to get to where you want to be, or to heal from this, or get to a place where you are happy or healthy or abundant in some way. But I feel like this is almost confirmation that you will. What does Sagittarius need to know about their future energy? Be bold and make the first move. Then you had don't let pride get in your way too, which was interesting. The Eight of Pentacles. It's like if you're willing to do the work, it's going to work out. Now, I feel like that could apply to so many different aspects in your situation. It's like if you're willing to do the work, it will work out. Whether that's work on yourself, work on a project, a job, a path, I don't know. But it's almost like you hold more power in the situation than I think you realize. I don't know. I feel like at the end of the day, like what these messages are saying is you kind of have a choice right now. And I really have learned that when we go through difficult things, we are really given a choice. And we can allow those things to break us and to determine who we are and what we do moving forward. Or we can try to see them from the lens of transmutation and say, what can I take from this that can help me grow, heal, evolve in ways that can put me in a better position moving forward? Like, how can this be happening for me, not to me? And when we're willing to see things from that perspective and from that lens, oftentimes our actions are going to be different, because we're not going to show up feeling allowing our pain to kind of direct us. We're going to show up, ready to kind of face what it's showing us so that we can address whatever we need to. And those actions are then going to affect the outcome, because, how we show up is ultimately what we create. So I don't know. I feel like this is more complicated though than just the way that it might seem, but I'm a little fuzzy on this future energy. I feel like we'll get more with tarot, but let's see. This is just the overall theme of this reading for Sagittarius. More. Apologize if I'm a little sniffly right now. Fighting off a bit of a cold. Overall theme of this reading for Sagittarius. And it also, because it's like, if you believe that, oh my gosh, okay, hang on. I got a lot coming through. I'll come back to these in just a second. If you believe that this can work out in your favor, you're going to act as if that's the case. Or if it, not necessarily in your favor, but like in a way that's best for you. You getting the outcome that you deserve. Like if you can act believing that that's the case, then that's going to be what you experience. However, if you believe that things are not going to work out like you deserve, then you're going to act from that place, which might end up creating that. So I feel like, so in these cards, you have higher ground with let love be your beacon. And remember, you had bring love into the situation here. So I feel like as you move forward, it's almost like looking at this situation through the lens of just like radical love for yourself. And just look at yourself from this place of understanding that like, you are deserving of good things. You're deserving of love. You're deserving of success. You're deserving of abundance. You're deserving of safety. And though you might have not experienced those things in the past, that doesn't mean that those things aren't possible for you. In fact, a lot of times when we don't, when we're so used to overcoming and we're so used to going through things that we have to survive without even realizing it. And this is something I had to learn about myself. Without even realizing it, we often will put ourselves back into situations that we have to overcome because we get so comfortable with overcoming and we know we get really good at it, right? You can get so good at survival mode that without even realizing it, you might put yourself back into situations or into like certain dynamics or certain experiences that you are having to, continue to overcome or continue to survive. So I feel like this is kind of giving you an opportunity to change the way that you approach not just this situation, but your life in general, and to be able to say, okay, I definitely don't want that to happen again, right? Like this is happening, this is where I'm at. So what can I do moving forward so that I can be sure that I am focusing, because there's a lot that's out of our control, but how can I focus on how I'm showing up? How can I focus on how I'm responding? And if you can respond with love for yourself and knowing that you are deserving of good things, and you navigate this situation like one step at a time, showing up in that energy, I feel like that's what it's saying. Things are going to work out in your favor. It's just about making sure that you are because right now I feel like that love for yourself is maybe being a little bit hard for you to feel or see, or it's almost as if maybe you're experiencing a reality that's making you feel as if like you're not deserving or not good enough or whatever the case is. You're being asked to override that. You're being asked to override those initial feelings of I'm not good enough, this is proof that I'm unlovable, this is proof that I'm not deserving, trying to override those. And what I mean by that is not just ignore them, feel them, experience them, but then act from this place of, no, you know what? I am deserving of good things. I am deserving of love. But let's see. That's just the overall energy. So let's dive a little bit deeper here for you, Sagittarius. Past energy, the end of a tough cycle approaches with the Ten of Swords. What has Sagittarius been dealing with, and what do they need to know about it? Past energy for Sagittarius. Oof, yeah. So Four of Swords, Eight of Cups in reverse. Let's see if we can get a little bit more. I say oof because I definitely, there's the Five of Pentacles. I definitely see this Eight of Cups in reverse as this energy of just feeling a little bit hopeless, really lost, dealing with a lot of loss. And I feel like that is something that has been really challenging for you to navigate, because when things are bad, it can be really easy to feel as if they're gonna be bad forever, as if we're never going to overcome it, as if things are never gonna get better, as if we're never going to find a solution or a better outcome or get to where we want to be. And I feel like that hopelessness, if we're not careful, can really consume us. And that's where we kind of have to, we have to have this courage to continue to show up in belief in our goodness and in what we're deserving of, despite what it is that we're experiencing, so that we can create better than what our pain tries to create for us. And that's really, really hard. And I think that that's why this feels like, I've learned that the strongest people that I know, the strongest people that I've ever met, are people who stay open, kind, compassionate, loving, despite the things that they've been through. It's really easy to allow that darkness to consume you, to turn to hate, and to allow your anger to, become who you are. And I think that when we can override that with love and be able to say, yes, these things suck and they're unfair and I shouldn't have to feel this way, but I do. But I've learned that my reality, I learned from that random tarot reader online, that my reality is a reflection to my response of what happens to me. And so I'm going to respond with love. I'm going to respond with compassion for myself, because that's what's going to create a reality that reflects love and compassion for myself. And, I think that I truly believe that obstacles and challenges in our life give us an opportunity to show up as the person that we say that we are. To be able to say, you know what, I want better for myself, and I'm going to show up as someone that is willing to believe that I'm deserving of creating better for myself. So don't give up the faith here. I do think that this has been, I don't want to downplay what you're going through. I don't want to say, you should or should not feel the way that you do, because you need to feel exactly how you feel, and you are valid and deserving of feeling whatever you feel. But don't allow those feelings of hopelessness and loss to consume you to the point where you think that you are not deserving of good things, because you absolutely are. And it might be hard to believe because of what you've been through, especially recently. But I think that on the other side of this, if you can show up in your light and with this love, which I feel like you absolutely can, then you're going to create better for yourself. It's hard because, like I said, it's kind of easy to turn to the darkness when the darkness is so strong. So I think that I think that you're going to be okay. I do. I think that it probably, probably struggling to feel that way. And again, I might be speaking to a Sagittarius who's on the other side of this and who's like, yeah, you know what? I freaking made it through that. And I chose to love myself through it. And I've learned about myself a lot. And here I am now, ready to show up in this better reality that I've created. And if that's you, then freaking amazing. Maybe shoot a little word of encouragement down in the comment section for those that are still kind of moving through this. But I do feel like whatever you're going through, you will see the purpose when you get to the other side. So let's see Sagittarius. I was about to say Aquarius, and the reason I was about to say Aquarius was because I said the same thing in the Aquarius reading about someone going through something difficult and maybe even being on the other side of it. Like I said, the collective that I've been speaking to recently seems to really be going through it. And I feel like my messages tend to be for whoever needs them the most. So maybe you're like, I'm not going through this, and this might just not be a reading. But for those of you who are, I think that this is a very needed message for you to know that there are still reasons to hope. Things will get better. All right, current energy for Sagittarius. Believe in the impossible with the Lovers in reverse. Queen of Pentacles. What? Oh, it's in reverse? Yeah. Okay, I understand now. Let's get more. 9 of Swords, that matches. Hierophant, Star. 6 of Wands in reverse. Yeah, okay. I feel like there's this energy of feeling very unsafe right now. I feel like there's a lot up in the air. Maybe when it comes to a certain situation, or it comes to just kind of where things are going to land in your life in general. And that has made a lot of, or left a lot of room for overthinking and anxiety and, the what ifs and what could go wrong. And I think that, it's really easy to get stuck there. And I can say that from experience of getting stuck in anxiety, especially about the future. But I feel like this is the universe really pushing you to see things from a different perspective. Because, 6 of Wands in reverse, especially seeing the 8 of Cups in reverse, I feel like I'm speaking to a Sagittarius collective that is really struggling with hope or the belief that things are going to get better. And I don't want to, like I said, downplay what you're going through. So I feel like the reason that you feel the way you feel is probably incredibly valid. But, I think that on the other side of challenging things can always be positive circumstances as long as we're willing to fight for those. And I think that this is, about believing in things working out for you even when it absolutely feels like they're not. Because right now I feel like you feel very stuck in this energy. And I feel like it's making it hard for you to move forward because you're like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm overwhelmed. I'm scared of the future. I feel unsafe. I feel uncertain, especially if you thought things were going one way and then they ended up turning another. If there's loss involved, that's going to turn your world upside down, and it's going to be incredibly difficult for you to navigate. Didn't I say that? I feel like I'm speaking to a collective that's trying to navigate through something very difficult. And the best thing that I can recommend and the best thing I've ever learned is navigate it with love. Navigate it with love for yourself, believing that you are supported, guided, and deserving of good things. If you can navigate each and every situation coming from that place, you will eventually live a reality that reflects, I am loved, I am supported, and I am deserving of good things. But the hard part about it is you probably are struggling to believe that way because what you've been through has maybe shown you the opposite. But what you've been through is not an indication of where you can go. It's merely an indication of what you've believed about yourself to this point because of what your past has taught you. I'm not deserving, I'm not capable, I'm not supported, all of those things that have maybe creeped into your belief system, creeped into your subconscious, and have you believing things are always going to be bad, things are never going to work out. But what if that was only true because that's what you've experienced? What if you had the power to completely turn this around for yourself? What if you had the power to completely recreate an outcome or a future for yourself that aligns with, I am deserving, I am capable, I am supported by the universe? The problem, I guess not the problem, but the hard part is that that belief has to be experienced before the reality is created. We don't create what we want. We don't manifest what we desire. We create what we believe. And so it's kind of it's both a positive and a negative, because if we look at our current reality is a reflection of our past beliefs and actions based on those beliefs. So that means our future reality is merely a reflection of how we move forward with new beliefs. Now, this is not me saying that it is your fault that you are in this place, okay? What you have been through and the way that you've internalized beliefs about yourself and the world around you is absolutely not your fault. Your trauma is not your fault. However, if we want things to change for ourselves, we have to take responsibility for what is within our control. That's it. That's the only thing that we can control, is what's, our response to what's happening. So as you move forward, I feel like you kind of have this choice to either allow yourself to be, allow this to really dictate what your future looks like, or you can rise from the ashes and you can say, no, you know what? I'm going to create better for myself. That's not a reflection of what I'm deserving of. That's merely a reflection of what I think I'm deserving of. I'm going to create better for myself. I'm going to believe that I am so loved and so supported and so guided. Even if I don't feel that way yet, I'm going to act as if, because that is the key to manifesting, is acting as if. Act as if you are loved beyond measure. Act as if you are divinely guided and supported. And then you're going to start to see that that is what the case really is. All right, what does Sagittarius need to know moving forward? Be bold and make the first move with the Eight of Pentacles. I feel like this is very much about maybe rebuilding in some way. Maybe it's rebuilding yourself. Maybe it's rebuilding your life or a situation. And I feel like you have the power to rebuild and to put things back together in a way that's even better than they were before they fell apart. So look at that 10 of Cups right out of the gate with the Judgment. I feel like the possibility for you to be where you want to be in this life, but look at oh my gosh, yes. The possibility for you to be where you want to be in this life is still absolutely there for you, but look at this, Two of Swords. It's up to you. It's your decision. The Judgment with the 10 of Cups is very much about understanding the truth behind creating fulfillment, creating happiness, creating love in our life. It's that it starts with what is going on within us. We often think that some sort of an outcome is going to bring us the feelings that we look for. So when I finally get that relationship, then I'm going to feel good enough for love. Then I'm going to feel lovable. When I finally get to this point in my career, or reach this level of success, then I'm going to feel worthy of success. When in reality, you have to feel that way. You have to act as if it has already happened, as if it is already existing in this world somewhere in order to create it. You have to believe it to create it. You have to embody it, to experience it. So right now you're kind of being given the opportunity to step into that energy, to step into that co-creation energy, and to be able to say, no, I am deserving of good things. No, I can create better. No, I'm not going to stay stuck in old cycles because I'm tired of them. I'm tired of this pain. I'm tired of living a life like this. I'm going to move forward believing I am deserving of good things, even if I haven't experienced a reality that has shown me that yet. And if you can move forward in that way, which you can, it's just your choice. If you do move forward in that way, I think you're going to see that you, like I said at the beginning, you really hold the key to creating better for yourself. It's not about what happens to you. It's about how you show up, how you respond. When we respond with fear and limiting beliefs, we tend to actually create realities that align with that. But that's survival mode. So it's not that you've been doing anything wrong. It's not that, it's not shame on you. You should know better. It's you've forgotten your power. You are a divine being having a human experience, and you've forgotten that a little bit. And that's okay. It happens to the best of us. But this is about stepping into that energy of remembering that you are powerful. You are capable of creating whatever reality that you desire, the relationships that you desire, the success you desire, the freedom that you desire, peace, love, all of those things are there for you to experience. You just haven't gotten to because you struggled to believe that you're worthy of them. So act as if. That is absolutely, I feel like, your biggest kind of message in this reading. But I'm going to hop on over to the extended. We're going to dive deeper into these messages, looking at some tangible advice on what you can do to move forward in alignment with your higher self. And then I have an advice card to pull for you at the very end. Thank you so much, Sagittarius, as always, for your support of my channel. I do obviously hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you are needing today. And as always, I wish you nothing but love and healing and all of the wonderful things that you deserve and desire on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Sagittarius.